Okay, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Check-In Podcast. My name is Cameron,
My name is Ian.
and we want to welcome you to the Check-In Podcast, a podcast geared towards young adults, um, and where we talk about everything that's going on in life: politics, sports, entertainment, social media discussions, and just whatever's on our mind at the moment. Um, Sometimes we have guests, sometimes we don't. But really, it's just giving you our perspective on what's going on in life. So today we do have a guest. It's our cousin Gabby. And
Hey,
Gabby, Gabby, do you want to introduce yourself?
hey everybody, my name is Gabby. I am from Atlanta. I am 22 years old and I am a recent graduate of Howard University as of this December.
Period.
Is there?
If you're out there, let's give her a round of applause. I know we're not live, but you can do it from your home because it's hard to graduate from Howard. So she did that.
That's a fact.
Yes, I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. So, as you guys know, with our podcast, we check in every week with our word of the week. So, Gabby, I'm going to ask you, based on this past week, what's one word that you're using to describe it?
I would use the word tedious because I feel like it's been a lot of crossing the T's and dotting I's and kind of like finishing up, wrapping up 2020 because this
Right.
was a lot this year. So I've just been doing a lot of small things, trying to get everything, all my cards and ducks in a row for next year.
Right.
And yeah.
What does that look like to you?
That looks like a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls, me going back and forth with professors, advisors, managers, just everything.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that sounds very tedious. I know how that can be, especially at the end of the year. You're trying to get ready for the new year. Um, I don't know. The new year just like even though nothing really changes except for the year, it's still kind of like a fresh start, and you just want to feel like you're getting your life back in order again, starting a new cycle. Yeah. Ian, what would you say is your word of the week?
Anticipating again. I'm anticipating getting off break. I
Well,
don't want
that's
to.
not
I don't want to be in school right now. I'm tired. I'm so tired.
How many more weeks do you have left?
It's just this week.
You only have this week left?
Yeah.
Oh, congrats. You're almost out.
Yeah.
I know this week is going to be the hardest week. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I finished classes. Well, I took my last final and everything on Monday. But last week, by far, was my hardest week of the semester. It's like I wasn't getting any sleep. I was procrastinating every single thing I could. It was just the end of the semester always is just like really hard to finish, especially after they give you a freaking Thanksgiving break. Like, what is that about?
you know.
I think it's stupid. But my word of the week, let's see. This is one of those weeks that has been like very eventful. I've had like various highs and lows with my emotions. It just was like everything that's going on in life. Um, what's what's a word that represents that? I would say my word of the week would have to be you would think I do this podcast every week I would have a word. But really, I would say my word of the week is probably chaotic in good ways and bad ways. Like like
Chaotic.
yes, I started work back this week, I guess. And then I got a notification, I got a scholarship. So now I don't know if I'm gonna be starting work back up again. You know what I'm saying? And then just like everything that's been going on in the world, we've had a lot of deaths this week, to be honest. We have something like it's every week, because we're still in the pandemic and people are dying. But like in terms of just like prominent people in our culture and just people we've been talking about, we've also had like lows. So I'm just gonna say chaotic because my emotions just been going up and down all week. And yeah. So yeah, my week was just a bunch of highs and lows. But Gabby, so you recently graduated at Howard University,
Yes.
HBCU.
Amen.
Yes. And earlier this week, like I want to say Sunday, like the week just started. You seen the post on social media of that white girl, and it started this big debate of like, should white people be going to HBCUs and whatnot. And since we both go to HBCUs, and Ian might want to go to HBCU, I don't know yet. I just want to know like your opinion on: do you think white people should go to HBCUs, and why or why not?
So, all right. I don't think it's my right to really tell them they can't go to HBCU, but I don't think I want them getting comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're very much a visitor. And I know it sounds crazy, but I really don't want that many of you coming. Like, a few can come in, but it's like, I remember being an underclassman, and there were white people who did go to Howard, and they were wilding. Like, they didn't even understand that you're a visitor. And I know that if you don't want to be a visitor, you don't want to feel like a visitor at your university, then this may not be the university for you if you're white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because you be very mindful of the community that you're in.
right.
That's not, you're not willing to do that, then I don't think you should come. No. And I don't want you to feel comfortable or think that you're doing anyone a favor by coming, because this wasn't for you. So I just want you to be very mindful if you do come. You can, but be very mindful. And I don't want that many of you coming. So
What were they doing?
When you
they
say
were
why,
just, I remember they were complaining about something, or I think they had called something ghetto. Like, white people using the word ghetto to me just doesn't sit right in my spirit. So, like, it was just a no for me. But then again, I feel like we do know some white people that are cool, that have probably learned from the experience. So, you know.
I'm looking for the tweet because it was an Instagram post, but it was posted on Twitter, and I refused to tweet it. But like, basically, oh, here it is. She basically said that her name is Camilla. She was basically saying that transferring to HBCU has been a dream for almost 2 years. And like, she got encouragement from somebody in the Black Student Union at her current school. I don't know where that is. And then she was just like, she was basically saying how she can't wait to come to like the home of Black girl magic, and she thinks like it would be really beneficial for her to advance like her HBCU experience. I mean, to advance like her knowledge and stop being ignorant, and be just be a better person. She felt like coming to HBCU would be a true learning experience for her. What do you think about like that? Like, coming to HBCU, like, it sounds like she has the right intentions. It sounds like it. Do those sound like the right intentions to you?
They may be the right intentions, but the whole passage was just so like white
Conquering.
savior. Yeah, it was like I'm coming in and I'm doing like, okay, you're going to a HBCU. Like, do you want a cookie? I don't understand like why it's like your dream to go to HBCU. Like, you want to be around Black people? Like, what is your point or purpose? Do you feel like you couldn't educate yourself without going to a HBCU? I don't understand. Like, you may have the right intent, but the way you went about it, and even posting that whole passage, just shows how much you don't know. Like, by saying all that, you just put a spotlight on what you don't understand.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
like, you better off just being quiet and observing.
Exactly. I feel like, so for me, I never think that it's like okay for like white people to go to HBCUs. And I know that just sounds like very prejudiced and whatnot, but I just, it's not to say that I would never be sitting up here and make the executive decision and be like, oh no, y'all can't come. Like, I wouldn't be like that. But like, it's more so just like, why do you want to come? Like, you see it in the media, you see it like, if you do your research, if you truly trying to like be an ally or whatever you're trying to do, you can clearly see that these are safe spaces from Black people, for Black people. So
Exactly.
I'm just trying to figure out why you think that with everything that happens on a daily basis, why in our home we want to see a white face. Like no matter
I
how nice you are or how amazing you are, like you're still like white. And it's just like it's like it's like okay, I know a lot of cool white people. You know, I have cool white family. Okay. It's not that I don't want to see their faces or anything like that. But like if I'm like at a HBCU, like am I all black experience area, you know, sometimes seeing white faces, no matter how friendly or how nice, it's just it comes with a negative connotation because you just see what's happening in the world. And I think that's a fair judgment to make rather than like people were trying to say, well, what if they said that about us? And it's just like, okay, they said that about us because they're racist.
about us.
Yeah, they still do say that about us, but I'm saying like they say that about us because they're racist. Like there's no other basis for it. We like I feel like it's not fair to even flip the script when we have like proof. Like you, we have proof, evidence in history of like why you should be weary or wary, whichever one is it, of white people. Like we have proof, we have evidence. There's no particular evidence of why you should be weary or wary of that's outside of racism.
And I feel like it was so the way she just trivialized it, being like, I want to be in the center of Black Girl Magic. As if Black Girl Magic doesn't come from like oppression, having to work through and pass a lot of barriers. Like you're making it sound like it's some fun vacation or camp where Black people just get to like live and we don't have to deal with stuff. Like there is a reason why we have these places. You're like, I get to go to Black Girl Magic Central. Like, okay, we don't even want you here. Like, we're gonna allow you to be here. Instead of saying all this, you should probably just shut up and listen. And I don't think a lot of white people know how to shut up and listen. I don't really want you in my safe space. So you can come, but just know like there is going to be a prejudice towards you, and it's very valid.
Yeah. And like I had like some white classmates. I was never mean to them or felt like uncomfortable around them, but I did like kind of like when I saw them here, I did kind of question like what is your purpose here? Why are you here? Like it's different if you're here, like you got a scholarship or you know, you try to get the in-state tuition, you know, like that's different. But like when like exactly when you say you trivialize it, you romanticize it, like my experience is so much more than like Beachella. Like it's more than that. I know you saw Beyonce get up there with her dancers and you were like, I want to experience so amazing, but like are you like sitting here ready to talk about like, you know, when somebody in our culture dies or when somebody's executed by the police again and we have to have a sit down and be with each other and grieve communally? Are you ready to do that? Like, are you ready to understand why like your opinion is not needed? Like in certain things, like are you ready for that? Because like I say, it's a safe space for Black people specifically, and it's not meant to hurt your feelings, but like I just feel like some come with this certain intention and they completely overstep all the time.
All the time. Because you don't have to go to HBCU to help Black people out. In
Or
fact,
be
you
educated.
white spaces speaking, like trying to help advocate and give us a voice. You shouldn't try to like come in our space and do whatever you want to do.
How
So
do you
why?
feel, Ian? How do you feel like would would seeing a white person on an HBCU campus like bother you or make you feel some type of way?
Um, it wouldn't make me feel a certain type of way. I would. I mean, if it was to make me feel a type of way, it would be like how you guys explained it. But like, if there's like a lot of them, then it would be like, hey, bro, what are you doing, bro? like, like if it's like two, three, I pass by. I mean, I'm not really gonna care.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but if I start seeing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like,
Thank you.
all right, bro, like you guys gotta cool it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's like another like I don't want to say fear because it does sound so bad. Like it, when you like really say it out loud, it does sound bad. Like you don't like white people, you don't want them coming here. But I just feel like the the circumstances are different. If I saw like too many white people on Howard's campus, I'd really be concerned. Cause I'm just thinking like that's 50 spots for Black people that I know applied because they have what 20,000 applicants a year and only land 2,000.
It's such a
Power
slippery slope because white people don't really know how to stay in their lane.
Hopefully, I'm part of that
at
too.
So
all.
if it's like it's not something I can encourage because as soon as it seems like if you let one go, now here we are. So it's just really slippery. Like tread lightly. That sounds
100%. I mean, it doesn't really sound bad. Like you said, white people can't stay in their lane. I think so too. It's a combination of arrogance and ignorance, and it's just like sometimes you gotta like, which one is worse? Like, it's like they're both like really bad traits to have in such a like destructive group of people historically.
I want to know who encouraged her to go to a HBCU. She's saying everyone's telling me this is the right choice for me. Who's saying this? Can we
No
can we
one,
have a talk with who is encouraging you to do these
no one
things?
said that.
She
Who
said,
encouraged you to join the BSU? Like I want to know who
yeah,
encouraged that.
she said somebody in the BSU encouraged her.
I think too often we have conversations about race, trying to protect white people's feelings. And what we're saying may sound harsh and it may sound rude, but it cannot sound more harsh and more rude than the reality. So, then history has shown us.
It can't. It can't. That's a fact.
Yeah.
And it's like what I can do most. I can be honest. I'm not gonna necessarily say like the truth hurts sometimes. The truth is uncomfortable, but the most I can do is be honest. So, and also like I just didn't. I don't feel like you have to be in black spaces to learn from us because we have literature out there, we have music out there, we have films out there, we have podcasts out there. Like we have so many other things that you guys can like utilize for your learning abilities where I just don't feel like it's necessary um for you to just be up in my space. Like, and just when you think about it, it's 4 years, bro. It's just 4 years where I get to just feel understood 100% all the time, where I get to just um not I don't have to code switch. I don't have to worry about if is my hair presentable. I don't have to worry about if somebody's not going to understand me, understand what I'm saying, understand what I'm coming from, understand why I took something a certain way. Like, did you see the way she asked me like if I had money or like somebody like just feeling 100% understood. I only have 4 years. I feel like with everything that goes on, has gone on, and probably will continue to go on, you can give me 4 years of my life without infringing upon it. I, it's so funny that like this scandal came out this week when also me and I don't know if you watched it, but me and Ian watched the Red Table Talk the other day with Olivia Jade. You know Olivia Jade.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you feel about that, Ian? Well, why don't you just explain to the audience what the Red Table Talk was about since you watched it? I can never get Ian to watch anything. I was very surprised he stayed through this.
I had no choice to watch it. But anyways, um, so basically, the Red Table Talk was with Olivia Jade, the girl that what's her name? Becky from Full House.
Her name is, but her name in real life is
Lori Loughlin.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, yeah. All right. Anyways, and how her and her father, um, they 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 paid their way to get into college, like boosting their SAT scores and everything. And Olivia didn't really know at the time that they were doing that, but when it came out, she didn't understand why it was so wrong. And she had been at USC for like 3 years, I believe, and like she she eventually like just never went back to school because the scandal was too bad, and the most she lost were endorsements. But she still pretty much has her father and mother's money. Um, and her parents got 2 months in prison and like $165,000 fine, I think it was.
Her mom got 2 months and her dad got 5 months in prison.
Okay, but that's months in prison.
I'm
Okay,
just clarifying.
Oh no, I'm saying, but that's months in prison. Like
Mm-hmm.
that should have been years, anyways. But yeah, and she really went on the red table talk just to talk and just to clear the air and make sure like she understands what happened and what happened was wrong. Pretty much, that's all it was.
Yeah, and then also talked about how like she went on that. Well, okay, so before the show started with her on it, it was Willow, Jada, and Adrian, the grandmother. They were all sitting down talking about like the different feelings that they had about bringing her on. And like Willow said, like, well, first Olivia said she wanted to be on because she felt like it was a safe space, a place where she would be heard, um, and like without judgment. And then Willow was just like, yeah, we should give her that space to talk because it doesn't, we don't know what's going on. And Gammy was just like, regardless, I know that her parents are going to do their 2 month fine and that she's going to come out and she's going to be fine. And Jada was just like, you don't know that. You don't know that. And they were going back and forth. Basically, like, Willow understood both sides. Jada wanted her on. Gammy didn't want her on. She came on. Gammy was talking about how there's so much dehumanization and whatnot that goes on um, in the Black community every day, and stuff like this happens all the time. That basically we just don't have time to like coddle white tears, is what she was saying. But I just found it interesting that like this week, like 2 instances of like white people just being entitled and um not realizing their privilege, like 2 scandals like that in regards to school education, just obtaining a better life for whatever that means. Just how like those 2 scandals came out this week at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I feel like every week it's somebody coddling white people. Like, let's be quite honest. Every week we're just trying to not hurt their feelings, but explain our feelings. It doesn't matter really how we do it because, I feel like they're very good at victimizing themselves. No one knows how, given history.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that she did. I think that this experience did actually help her understand a little bit about her privilege. At the very least, I can say that because she did seem genuine.
Yeah, when I watched it, I was glad that she got the platform. I was like, I do feel like you came to, and she was very, very honest.
And I can respect that. I can respect someone who looks at their problems or things that they may have done wrong and can identify what's wrong and try to do better in the past. And also, I do feel like Red Table Talk is a good platform to go in there and kind of do that because they do let you explain yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from a place of empathy. Because I think, at the very least, I think we're missing a lot of empathy. So that's good. I mean, white people don't really miss empathy, but people in general do.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be okay. Literally, she'll be all right. And this Red Table Talk definitely helped her out. So
100%. I was just like, if anything, your endorsements are about to go up. I just knowing the way people work and just like society, like people
put hashtag Black Lives Matter, and everyone's like, they're different. They're a different kind of white person. They're invited to the cookout. So her doing this has only helped her and probably gained her more popularity and more people know her name.
100%. 100%. I think that I don't know. I think it was good. I'm honestly like most of the time Red Table Talk, I do that's like one of the only shows that I watch it before. Like I'll see people saying a bunch of stuff on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, whatever it may be. But that's like one of the only shows that I actually watch and ignore what everybody else is saying about it. Because when you click on the show and you actually listen to it, it's just so much it's so much more. Like it's so much more honesty, it's so much more understanding. Like I don't think I ever leave that show like completely disagreeing with what happened. I'm just like, oh, okay, that was an interesting way to approach it. But
Yeah.
Ian, on this hand, don't even like. He don't like Jada.
Why?
We don't like thoughts around here, my guy. Sorry.
Oh my, we're not doing this.
No, literally.
Oh, why is Jada a thought?
Break it down.
I had an entanglement with August. That's all you need to know.
I'm happy that she created the word entanglement. I was looking for a word And I feel like
You see,
entanglement.
and you're toxic. We know you're toxic. You're a goofball. You're a goofball.
Yo,
That's
I knew. Oh my
entanglement.
goodness.
You really hit the mark with that word. If I had $1 every time I said entanglement, it was just perfect. That's just the relationship word of 2020. We needed that. So thank you, Jada.
It's the Virgo in her.
Everything going down the hill.
We love a Virgo.
Everybody don't like a relationship. Like, why? Like,
So you do?
I mean, no, but like everybody gotta cheat or something like that. Like, why?
Okay,
Well, you cheat in an entanglement?
okay. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Right. Okay. The way I felt about it. Right. First of all, she made it clear that they both made it clear. Her and Will both made it clear that they were separated at the time. So with the whole cheating thing, I'm just sitting here like, okay, I'm more so concerned about the age thing, about that being your son's good man's and you're dating him. That's what I'm concerned about. The
That's
cheating
so
thing, I didn't really like. I was just like, but they both said they were separated. So I'm just trying to figure out like why we're bringing up the cheating. Like that wasn't
If
making
it's
any
not
sense.
on paper, it don't work.
Okay, but have you seen those pictures?
accountable.
You said what?
I said if this is it, I need everyone to hold their faves accountable. If this is the route we're going. Because everyone wants to point fingers at Jada, but when we talk about other Jadas, it's a whole different conversation. So
Oh my gosh.
Listen.
No.
I knew he was unfaithful at the beginning. I didn't really care. I need the music to be faithful, though. That's all I need. You know.
oh, the music needs to be faithful, okay.
Yeah. I mean.
So they
Hey, Jada Waiter, Jada Chavez, whatever your name is out there, hit me up. Big Honcho in IG. You know
You gotta play, Ian. You gotta pay to play.
You're what?
I'm gonna learn from. Nah, I'm not gonna say that out here. I'm not gonna say that.
He is 17, by the way. Just let everyone know.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Oh, them, yeah, they already know.
I'm sorry. I mean, I know he was sounding teenager-ish, but I'm just giving y'all the exact number. I'm just saying. No, I don't know. This whole like, I just feel like we should just stop holding like celebrity relationships like to a high standard because
that's another problem I want to get into. All right, here's the thing.
What's the thing?
You remember when what's that guy's name? Ken and De'Ara. That's my guy. All right. You remember? I remember when that first came out. Everybody hops on the internet, hops on any social platform they can find and be like, "Dang, none of my relationships are gonna work out." Do you hear how you saying how you sounding right now? That's them. That ain't you. Leave them alone. That's not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like y'all don't got mothers or fathers or anything like that to look up to. Like, what's wrong with y'all? It's ridiculous.
They obviously don't.
I mean,
I think a lot of people looking for hope. They're looking for hope, and they see it in these celebrities because they're not seeing it in real life. Like
they're not. That's what they're saying.
And they're not there. So they're like, okay, here's somebody who can do it, but they're also people. People are flawed.
Yeah. That's a fact. You said, do they have examples? They don't. You see people who have examples at home, and that's all they do is post about, I'm so happy my parents are like, my dad still does this, my mom still does this, I can't wait to have a marriage like my parents. Like, you see people say that. And all the ones who don't say that are the ones who are romanticizing Jada and Lil Baby, Will Smith and Jada.
I never got this one. What is it? Ari and Moneybag Yo? Why are you romanticizing that? Why?
Romanticizing Ari is already a lot. You okay?
Uh-oh.
That's my dad.
Oh, hey, Dad. But whatchamacallit? Yeah, they're romanticizing Ari. I don't know. That's like my other thing is like, so I think people are just too concerned with like celebrities. There a lot of people are like very like, what's like
in their business.
No, not even that. Not hypersexual, hyper romantic. all people want to do is talk about people's like relationships. Like I think that's like one of the most important relationships to people these days. And what are you looking at? You looking up something?
Because I had something. It was so weird. It was. Dang, I hope I can find it. I probably can't find it.
But like, haven't you noticed like people are always talking about? I see a lot when people die. Like the first thing, like when a rapper dies, or something like that. Oh my gosh, I feel for his girlfriend. I feel for his wife. Whole time he got kids, siblings, parents. I'm like, okay.
A lot of people do think that your most important relationship is romantic. I'm not one of those people, but I see that happening a lot. I don't know. It's probably because they're missing something. Like, I don't want to bring it back to the family, but they're probably missing some things family wise, and that's something that they're seeking out in the world.
Yeah, I think it is too. I think people like want to have somebody that's like they can depend on. It's just them. I don't know. I'm not a therapist, so let me stop.
Breakups are a lot harder to get through than a romantic relationship, just because you can only have one romantic partner. But I don't know. It's a different kind of thing. They're different, and that's okay.
They're different. And I think they should be like given like. I think non-romantic relationships should be given more attention.
I agree, because a lot of people are sitting here focused on romantic relationships, and when those end, and it's inevitable because they're probably going to end unless it's one person who married them, then they're stuck. They have to go back to their friends. Their friends are mad. They have to go back to whatever situation they have with their family. And for what?
100%. And if you were to, which one would devastate you more, losing a friend or losing like a good man's or like losing like a girlfriend? Not your wife, like a girlfriend.
Losing my good mans, man. If I lost like Chris or Nico or Jules, that would hurt. Like that's pain right there.
No, not you. You know what I'm saying, right? Like,
Yeah,
like y'all not friends no more.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I think a good show. Oh my goodness, I finished Girlfriends, by the way. Ian's been watching Girlfriends with me. He watched like
Yeah, who's your favorite character?
I don't really have a favorite character. I just watch it because Joan is a simp.
he likes laughing at Joan.
Joan is pick me.
Joan is ridiculous. She's very just. Ooh, goodness.
Oof. Joan.
And I like watching Maya's arms. Like I know her. I know she looks like 100.
He's being.
She left.
Her arms are a little strong. We're gonna give it to him. Her arms are a little strong.
What they say? She can throw a cotton ball on the roof or something. Like that.
Said that about Serena Williams. I'm crying, but that's true. That's true. I think that Girlfriends did like a good job. Like when Tony and Joan like really stopped being friends. I think that was such an accurate depiction of just like losing a good friend. Like it really does hurt. It really does hurt, and you don't want to go through that.
Your friends, they go with you through a lot of things. You can be more honest with your friends because they're not, as sensitive. You can really tell them everything. Yeah. Your friends know a lot about you, not about your family. They know the worst, the best. It's hard. It's hard losing a good friend out here. And it's hard finding a good friend out here. So if you have a good friend, keep that good friend and treat them right. And don't treat them like baloney when you have a boyfriend or whatever the case may be.
Is so difficult. I mean, it's just like, like, and that's a part I like am kind of like upset about with like this whole COVID and like college thing. Cause like, apparently this is the place where you're supposed to meet like your lifelong friends. And don't get me wrong, I've met a couple, but I haven't met like, it's just a different experience. And then like I still have my high school friends, but like they haven't gone through college with me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like in high school they were the closest people I ever had in my life. And I'm still close with them, but like we're like on the same journey, but we're in different places. So it's just kind of like, yeah, we're close, but like I'm looking for that person that's going through that's in the mud with me, like the same mud. Like at Howard University, like really going through everything with me.
Yeah, when you go to school away from home, you don't have family, and your friends become your family,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a different kind of struggle. Like when you need someone who's there, if you're going through something, you gotta call somebody. Your family's not there. Who you gonna call? I think I'm not super big on needing to go to college, but I do think that the relationships are one thing that you can't buy. That's probably one of the most important things
Mm-hmm.
about the college experience. It's a lot of lessons too, because people will slime you out, but you just gotta bounce back.
They definitely will. You hear that, Ian? You should be taking notes. You're not in college yet.
I got it, man. I got it.
You got it. Are you excited for college and to like make? Oh, I don't know about what they're doing with fall 2021, but are you excited about like meeting new people and making friends, or no?
Mm, yeah, I mean that's something I gotta do, no matter how shy or something like that I am a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta do that. That's not really hard. I can always talk to somebody. I can always talk to somebody. Mm, yeah.
It's more so finding like the genuine people though, because there's people that like I kick it with all the time. Like we just chilling, but like people that I'm just like, hey yo, can you come to my room? Like it's like 2 in the morning. Like you come to our room and help me with this real quick. Like I don't know, I'm struggling. Is that in the third, or just like call them at 1. You want to go get some food? That's really what I miss. Just having people that are reliable, dependable, live in the same dorm as you. Like that's the best. But
This online school is just not it. I'm just so happy to be done with that because I couldn't imagine beginning school on that note. Sorry. Hopefully, it'll be better by the time you go in.
I'm hoping that at least spring 2022 will be. As long as I walk across that yard for graduation, I deserve that. I'm walking across that yard for graduation. That's what I do now. So
You
as long
are.
as that happens, as long as that happens, I'll be straight. When I switch gears to music at the moment, like I know some of y'all anticipate stuff like that, but yesterday, well, yesterday I didn't really want to talk about it because it's just like we go through so many things on a daily basis. But today I'm a little more ready to talk about it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. We do not need the death penalty. Like I want the death penalty gone. I hate capital punishment. I hate that it exists. I hate who mostly suffers from it. I hate who mostly benefits from it. I don't it's not fair, it's not just. Like in a system this unjust, I'm just like, so you feel like the death penalty should exist on top of mass incarceration and everything else y'all got going on in the school to prison pipeline? Like no. But I brought this up because I'm talking about Brandon Bernard, who was on death row for quite some time. He committed a crime at 18 years old. I believe he stole something, right?
I don't really know the full story, to be honest. I don't think he stole something. I think he was like, um from what I know, I think he was a what's the word? A, accomplice? I don't know.
An accomplice.
Yeah. Um all I know, he hid the weapons used. That's all. Like he didn't commit the crime or anything. He just hit them.
Oh, okay. So he was an accomplice, yes, in robbing somebody. He did rob somebody, but the two people that they robbed were murdered. And basically I don't think he murdered them, but he was an accomplice with the people who did that. And so he was put on death row for he's basically been on death row for 20 years. This happened in June 1999. And like at first 11 out of the 12 jurors in his case were white. And I feel like no matter what you do, no matter if it's murder, whatever, you need some people like there's no juror team or roster or whatever that should be all majority one race. It should definitely be diverse in age, race, gender, socioeconomic background, all that stuff. But yeah, he's been on death row. I didn't really hear about his case until this week, and we're trying to sign petitions and whatnot so that they can relook at the case, because years later they examined, and five out of the five jurors changed their mind. The prosecutor changed his mind as well. They asked the judge to change their mind and reconsider. The judge said no. Um, and yesterday, like when I got off work, at that time he still hadn't been executed yet, so we thought there was still hope. And then later that night, we found out he was executed, and it was just really heavy to acknowledge yesterday, because it's just, this system is just so effed up. How y'all feeling? How do y'all feel about the death penalty, um, capital punishment, all of it?
So, contrary to popular belief, okay, the death penalty, I'm not completely against the death penalty. I know that may be surprising.
Okay.
But it's just, our justice system is not where it needs to be able to make decisions like that at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
We're just not where we need to be. We're not fair at all to be able to decide if someone should live or die. Now, there are extreme cases where I do feel like death penalty, but there's not been one case that I've seen recently that deserved that at all. And for the judge not to reconsider just seems lazy. Like, who is checking these judges? Because everybody is flawed to be able to be checked.
Nobody. And I believe, well, I know Supreme Court judges have lifetime appointment, but I don't know if regular, let me look it up. Do regular judges have lifetime appointment? Hold on.
We usually talk about the president or sometimes Congress, but I don't think people really understand how much power a judge has. So I think that's something that we should consider when voting, how important it is to vote for our judicial system.
That's true. And do you believe in the death penalty? Do you think it should exist?
I don't know, to be honest. Like when I see people who get death penalty, they get death penalty for stuff that just requires a lifelong sentence in jail. You know what I'm saying? We know I know there's multiple cases out there that like deserve like the death penalty. Like somebody is, I don't know. I know there's a case out there. Somebody raped a 1-year-old child or something like that. Like that's no, you gotta go for that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If you kill your own kids, you deserve the death penalty.
Yeah, you gotta go for that. But like, we shouldn't really have the death penalty right now because it's not being used correctly. It's not being used correctly.
I don't think we should have the death penalty in general. I'm 100% against the death penalty, like no matter the crime. Even like I don't know, even like a school shooter. I just feel like I don't feel like we have the right. I don't feel like anybody has the right to take someone's life. So I just feel like, okay, yeah, this person took somebody's life, but now you're about to take theirs. Like, do you have the right to do that? Like, I don't think God says thou shalt not murder. Like, I don't think anybody has the right to take anybody's life. I do feel like I do understand the need for certain types of punishment for certain crimes. But I just think the death penalty is just so, well, first of all, for like people who commit like other crimes, the death penalty I feel like is a little too easy. Like, they get to do all this. They want to kill all these people. They want to hurt all these people. They want to break all these people down, and now they get to die after doing what they want to do. Now they get to die. Like, that's just like it. Like, you know, people are crazy. Huh?
What would you suggest instead of the death penalty? Because we can't have any cruel or unusual punishments. That's in the Constitution.
I would accept. I mean, I think jail is cruel and an unusual punishment enough. Prison
I don't
is.
think that's what it should be. I feel like jail already is a problem. That shouldn't even be as bad as it is.
It shouldn't be, but if the people who actually deserve to be punished are in there, then I think so. And I also like, I also have a way about like punishing people. There's a lot of people that I think need rehab. They need counseling. They need other stuff besides like punishment. There's definitely people who absolutely deserve punishment, and that's what I think prisons and jails should be reserved for. But like this guy, he robbed somebody, and he didn't murder them, but he was there. He's an accomplice. I don't think prison should have been the right route for him. I think something else. And I know it's hard for the victims of the family to be. And I know in the moment, like if something happened to like somebody that I loved, I would, like, oh, I want to see that person dead. I don't want to see them alive and stuff like that. I know something like that would make me change my viewpoint at the moment. But at the end of the day, I don't think that the death penalty should exist. And it's just I watched Mercy, Just Mercy this year with Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan, and it was about the Walter Reed story, I believe, and he was on death row. And Brian Stevenson was a lawyer, and he got him up. Brian Stevenson gets like these people wrongfully convicted off of death row. That's like what his goal is. I watched that, and that made me sad because they did show an execution in that one for somebody who was wrongfully on death row, and it just like I just don't think death row should exist. Nobody should like. It's like pigs going to the slaughterhouse. Like that just makes me very, very like uncomfortable. Say what are you gonna say? Say it, Gabby.
I don't have anything to say. I just feel like some people are just a danger to society. They just may. I mean, I've never seen these people get death penalty though, so I could see how the argument. But some people, they're just dangerous. Like, and they just don't need to be in jail. They don't need to be socialized. They need to be away. Maybe it's not death, but
It's got to be something. Yeah, for sure. People
and
do.
get unusual punishment. So what else is there?
I mean, honestly, our whole justice system should be like revamped. Like it's got to
It
be.
doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It's not functioning the way it should be. What do you feel like, Ian? You're very quiet today.
Oh, what do I feel about the justice system?
No, like we've just been talking about the death penalty and just like, okay, if we don't have the death penalty, then what? Like, what do you feel like? Do you feel like some people deserve a death penalty? You did say that, but like, if the death penalty didn't exist, what would you?
I wouldn't have. I'm not that sick in the head to think of something like that. Um, I don't know, man. I think we should just let like whoever like the victim's family or something like that get first dibs on them or something like that. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
goodness, what is first dibs?
No, no.
What is first dibs, bro?
That sounds scary.
Yeah, that's the one you talking about sick in the head. That sounds sick in the head.
Like,
Bro, if someone like bro, like if someone like kills somebody and like their family like messed up, like you got to get first dibs on them, bro. You got to throw hands with them or something. Yeah.
I'm not throwing hands on anybody that killed.
I'm not touching anybody that's killed somebody I know.
That's what I'm saying. What?
No, bro, you got to stomp them out, bro. You got to stomp them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need the justice system. I need somebody else to handle that for me. Y'all don't want me handling that
Y'all know I don't want to handle that.
at all. I want a system that says, hey, you did something bad. This is your punishment. That's what I would want from my justice system. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. Rest in peace, Brandon Bernard. I just want to talk about that just because, you know, I the podcast is where I feel comfortable talking about stuff sometimes. Sometimes I don't want to deal with it in the moment because, like I said, we be going through it every year, every day, every month. So I just want to talk about that. But let's move on to a lighter note so that we can wrap it up on not such a sad note. We talked about what music did we talk about last week? I cannot remember. I had Angelina on. Oh, we talked about our Spotify Wrapped. Oh, tell us about your Spotify Wrapped. What you been listening to this year?
So I don't actually feel like my Spotify rap is super accurate. However, my number one artist is Brent Faiyaz. Second is Drake. Third is Young Thug. Fourth is Summer Walker. And fifth is Megan the Stallion.
Period.
Period.
That's a good lineup, except for Brent Faiyaz. He's okay.
We're not gonna get into this. All real Brent fans know. So.
He's a bit overrated, in my opinion.
Is he though, or does his pen go dumb? I don't. You know how I
He's
feel.
so toxic. I don't like him. That's the thing. I listen to his music.
But you listen to Janae.
Who isn't toxic that makes good music? The best people to make music are toxic because
Like my
people are
nigga
toxic.
Future Hendrix. That's my guy. That's my guy.
He's the OG. He's probably one of the most toxic men.
Future's horrible. Future's
terrible.
horrible.
He's a horrible person, but well, I don't know him as a person, but he's a very toxic man. Makes great music. Drake, toxic. Janae Aiko. People be like, I want Janae Aiko and not a Megan Thee Stallion. Both toxic.
I don't know if Megan's
So
toxic.
Someone who makes good music is not toxic. Everybody on that list is probably toxic.
I guess Brent is just well, yeah, that's what I said. He's just toxic to me. So when I listen to him, I'm like, you really doing girls dirty like this out here? Like this is really horrible.
But Janae goes okay.
But the thing about it, no. The thing about it is Brent tells these girls
toxic is toxic.
Say it again.
Brent tells girls up front. He doesn't try to sugarcoat it. He says this is what it is. I feel like everyone thinks they can change somebody. You cannot. You cannot change anybody. Like if you're talking to Brent Faiyaz and you expect something different, you're in the wrong because he's always told you what it was.
I guess Ian's trying to make the argument that Janae Aiko is toxic as well.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, I don't think she's like. I don't know.
But
Janae, no,
you got a cap on for a reason.
No. Janae, she's different. She's what is she? She's
a girl. Just say it. Just say it, Cameron. She's a girl.
First of all, Janae is a city girl. Let's get it straight.
How? Like I don't understand how. What is City Girl about her? Because I don't really be seeing no scandals about her, like who she dating besides Big Sean. She's been dating Big Sean for like the past like 6 years.
Did you see that?
In and out. You've seen them in the news being in and out of the relationship and all that and everything, and how everybody called them toxic, like for getting back together consistently. Like, come on, Cameron.
They called them toxic.
They dogged each other out quite a few times in music, and it's been the best music. Even in 2088, the both of them was just like a toxic love story.
It was. I like 2088 actually, but okay. Janae Aiko is toxic. I just really like her. I like you. Do you listen to Janae? You do. You like Chernobyl. Thank goodness, because you're like one of the few people who I know who listened to the album and liked it.
Yeah, I'm an arbiter of taste. I know it sounds cocky, but I know. Listen, Janae's it. She has great music. She kind of started this whole like kind of vibe that she has going on in her music. A lot of people try to duplicate, but yeah, Janae's toxic, and I love her for it.
I saw this thread the other day, and they showed this Janet Jackson album that basically they said started like this alternative R&B wave. But I don't listen to Janet Jackson. It's the one. It's like orange or /red in the background, and her hair is Hold on, let me find it. Janet created an entire subgenre of R&B, and now it's more popular than ever. What album?
It's called alternative R&B.
Yeah, this album right here.
Oh yeah.
It's someone where it's like I get so lonely on it, I think. And
R&B.
Huh?
So I'm a fan of alternative. That was my my second most listened to genre.
What was your first?
Trap.
Oh, of course, yeah. You like trap. Who's your favorite trap artist? Oh, I think I know who it is.
Who do you think it is?
Young Thug or 21 Savage.
Yeah, it'll probably be one of those.
Yeah.
Honorable mention is Future. Is he trap? Is Future trap? Yeah.
Yeah. I would
I
say
don't think
Future's
I
trap.
really know the difference between trap and rap, for real.
Um, J. Cole not trap. Kendrick Lamar not trap.
Oh, they're hip hop.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Is the baby? Do y'all feel like the baby is trap or hip hop?
The baby just sucks.
Okay.
I don't know. He's a trap beat, but he may be trap. I'm gonna vote trap.
The baby gives me hip hop. Megan gives me hip hop. She don't give me trap. Rico Nasty is hip hop. Flo Milli was giving what?
Trap.
She's giving you trap.
Yeah, Flo
Yes.
Milli's giving me trap.
I know the difference.
I like cash from my hair to my ass.
Do the dash. Can you make it go fast?
You know, Flo Milli just came into my job last week.
Flo Milli came into your job last week.
I have a lot of famous people coming to my job. Brent came into my job.
Tell Flo Millie.
No.
How you doing?
No.
Big Honcho Ian is the at. I
She
follow
was
you. Follow me back.
nice.
I bet she was.
I don't know how tall she is, but
Was she tall?
She was like 5'5". It
that's,
didn't
not,
seem tall,
that's good. That's good. That's
but
good.
she's like taller than like your average.
Yeah, because Ian's like 5'6". So
Whoa! You're joning. No, I'm not.
I'm lying. I'm just
Bro, you
She's lanky. She's lanky.
She got
So
lanky.
she's
lengthy.
Yeah, she seems taller than she probably is. I'm not the person to ask because I be feeling like everybody.
I am
taller.
5'10", everybody. All right,
Ooh.
please. I'm 2 inches away from being in the realm of being accepted by everybody.
Height is something I can't even believe people about because I feel like that's something everybody lies about. Like height.
Well, Cameron's 3'5", so
Yeah, Cameron's super short. She's definitely mini.
Um,
See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like everybody saw except for Cameron. So it's like,
all right. So let's move on from my height. I swear I'm not that small, you guys. I'm actually 5 feet.
4'11".
I'm 5 feet. And even if I was 4'11", I don't feel like I'm 4'11". I don't feel like a shorty.
Because you always can buck at me acting like you're 6'2" and anything like that.
I don't do any of
I
that.
can definitely say, no, at least Cam doesn't have a short person personality. That's one good thing. It's
That's
like,
not good. Cause then she thinks she can do whatever she want. You know what I'm saying? Buck at bigger people and everything, knowing that they can step on you.
Okay, when I bucking him, I be joking. Like, but he be trying to walk around and house me and whatnot. I just be like, pipe down. You don't gotta do all that. But yeah, y'all. I think we hit most of our topics today. Unless y'all want to talk about something else, let me know. We can get into it. Nothing else?
I don't know what to talk about.
Basketball comes back tonight. Yes, sir.
Basketball comes back tonight. Dang, didn't they just end?
I get to see the ring ceremony on December 22nd. That's what I'm.
Wow. They don't get a break at all. Oh, but speaking of basketball coming back tonight, an article recently came out saying that the NBA is not drug testing for weed anymore.
We love to see it.
That's good. Everybody plays smack, so it doesn't really matter.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I thought y'all didn't. I didn't know y'all ever did that.
Yeah, people play smack.
I be seeing J.R. Smith high as a kite all the time.
I heard it's more fun that way. Like you just
but people, yeah, it probably is more fun. Like a lot of people play smack, but J.R. Smith, you know you can like clear your system in like 3 hours, right? So that's something he probably does.
That fast?
No, like like they drink like Gatorade or Powerade, right? And like they mix it with like some
3 hours. I don't think you understand. I feel like people who smoke weed a lot, you can't even eat that system in a month.
Yeah, you can't, because
They're probably just paying something or getting it through the system, just clean pee.
Or like they can get it out like so it's not detectable on a drug test like that. That's what I mean.
But the drug test be random. It's not like every game they gotta get drug tested.
Yeah, but if you on the radar, I might as well just do that every day, pretty much.
Well, thank God they're not testing anymore because I was stupid from the jump.
Yeah, that's
They
100%.
all of the U.S. finally, and then what was it? Seattle that said whatever, it's all good. Was it Seattle?
Yeah, in California.
Yeah, they say you're good regardless.
I feel like it's a bit. I'm a little concerned why they like making weed legal now. Like, what's in it for them?
Taxing, maybe.
Exactly. Like now they about to. Oh, my goodness. See. Yeah. Okay. Regulate marijuana. What is that doing for like the plugs now? Like now, boys gotta go out and get a real job. Like they can't be the plug no more. They can't sell weed to nobody no more. I mean they can, right? They can, but like that's like disrupting. Like I think that's disrupting like a small economy. If that makes sense. Like if weed is legal now and it's being sold in shops now, and you go to the shops. I mean, granted, you can't get it like as cheap as you can, on the street. But still, like you're taking away customers, you're taking away a business. Like, and that's how people feed their kids. Just because I don't think weed is bad, I don't think like the government should have like so much control and regulation over it.
Yeah, that probably is horrible for the weed business. But I don't know, man. I feel so. There's a show called Weeds. Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
Have you seen it, Ian?
No, I don't watch TV.
Oh, y'all should watch it. But it was like this girl, she was a drug dealer, and it was just kind of. I think they had predicted 2020, actually, if I'm not mistaken. That would be legal. So, like all the money that she was making selling weed, she was investing it in like a place to start selling it big time because she knew that like there was going to come a time that it was going to be legal, and she had to be ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But now that they do know, this is their warning to get to it. Like, come up with some planning, figure it out.
Jay-Z selling weed now. Jay-Z is selling drugs legally now. That is crazy to me. Jay-Z is selling drugs legally now.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. I cannot even believe that. That is so funny. It's just so ironic to me. I'm like, wow. But whatever. But yeah, that's what just because Ian brought up the NBA, that's what I wanted to talk about. Because I never knew that they tested for weed in the first place. Just because I'd be seeing so many players high. I'm like, oh, they actually did that? But it is what it is. Do y'all have anything? You said what?
I said it couldn't have been something they were taking too serious.
No, it couldn't have been, or else a bunch of them would have been out the league by now. And Bronny wouldn't have stood a chance. But I'm just kidding. But do you guys have anything y'all want to leave with the audience before we get out of here?
Oh, I want to ask y'all something.
What?
Do y'all have any New Year's resolutions going into 2021?
I don't really think about those until like literally like December 30th.
Okay.
That's when I start. I'm just like my year reflection is like really like in one day. Okay, so what did I do this year? That's when I go back in my book and do my resolutions. I have goals like every month, but I kind of started writing those down in August and just started doing it. So at the moment, yeah, at the moment, I don't have any resolutions. I'm just trying to, do better, be better. But yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't got nothing down, bro. I'm good right now.
Do you have any?
Mm-hmm.
Not
yet.
No.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay. It's okay. We're still early in December. December is zooming though. It's making me a little upset because
Good, get out of it. Let's get out of it.
My birthday's at the end of the month, so
I know. That's why I want to get out of it.
Big 21.
Big 21. I'm about to be legal.
And you about to spend it with no one.
Go home, bro. Why would you say that? Cam, you want to come to Atlanta?
You know.
You know we gonna get you lit.
Yes, but you know there's
Lit
still
up
a
with
pandemic
COVID.
going on.
That's what I'm going to get.
I'm gonna go there healthy, and I'm gonna come back in a body bag.
You're not going to come back
No,
at
you
all.
know,
You banned
you
it.
know it's not good.
Y'all do not take COVID serious enough for me down there. I'm glad y'all living it up. Y'all having y'all good time.
You know, when you pass state lines, it's not here no more. So just come here. It's a safe place. When you go back to the DMV,
You're the problem with the pandemic.
You're the problem. You're why we're still in this in December. That's what
don't
I'm
put that,
hearing.
put that on the government.
Oh my goodness! But when the government not doing their job, what y'all doing?
Not doing y'all job.
You're acting just a
In
fool.
every day, being a 9 to 5 queen.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! All right, y'all. This is a check-in podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's a podcast geared towards young adults where we talk about everything from politics, sports, entertainment, music, whatever else is going on in our lives. We talk about it and we give you our perspective. I want to thank Gabby for tuning in with us on this amazing Friday. And I want to once again congratulate her on finishing her undergraduate career at Howard University.
Thank you so much.
I want to congratulate Ian on about to finish the semester strong. Hang in there. Hang in there. You got this, Ian. Round of applause for myself for the scholarship I just got.
And for Big 21 around the corner.
And Big 21 around the corner. Thank you all for checking in with us. We hope y'all check in with us next week. We got another Christmas playlist coming out for y'all this week, part of our 4-part Christmas playlist series. And y'all, we only have 2 more episodes left of season 1. So if you've been listening this far, if you've been a guest, if you've been an editor, anything on this podcast, I want to thank you so much, so much for making this dream come true. We love y'all. We make sure y'all lead with light and lead with love out there and just be good people. All right. See y'all later.
Peace.